Rich nigga still eating noodles. I swear to God, bro, it's like, ain't nothing better than a good bowl of noodles. I don't even care, bro. I don't care how much money I ever get in life. I will never stop eating noodles. Now let's talk about why I'm done shooting with my DSLR and going to only be exclusively shooting film for now on. So anyway, first of all, the title might be a little bit misleading, just a tad bit. I'm not going to be completely done with shooting digital clearly. Like I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like work where I like need to have my digital camera, and it's probably gonna be more practical for me to have a digital camera. Also, I use my digital camera for little shit like shooting the thumbnails of these like videos on YouTube and shit like that. And just like things, like if I don't wanna, hello? You need to come here?
I'm really sorry.
Actually, I forgot what I was saying, but anyway, yeah, I still use my digital camera for little things like going out to take pictures of things that might not be as serious. Like film is expensive. I can't just be out here wasting it. At the same time, I really don't care that much, but at the same time, it's kind of expensive. I don't just like, I try not to waste it. Anyway, let's talk about like the reason why like I made the decision. And cause you know, as y'all know, if you follow me on Twitter, the gram, anything, you've seen how passionate I am about digital photography, because it's very close to my heart. This is where I started photography. This is where I fell in love with photography. This is how I progressed as a photographer in my career, shooting digital. I didn't start shooting film until like almost a year ago. I don't even think it's been a year of me shooting film yet. Let's just talk about why I made this decision. So first of all, I'm not going to say that like I was bored with photography or I was bored with digital photos, but I will say that like my digital camera did not inspire me to take photos as much. I got to a point where I was very comfortable. I was very comfortable in like what I was shooting, how I was shooting. Like it wasn't necessarily a challenge anymore. And I don't want to sound arrogant or like I'm this amazing photographer, but like I got into a groove and a rhythm with how I took photos, right? And for me, that rhythm was very easy. Like I go out, I didn't necessarily really even have to think about anything. I can change the exposure, I can change the aperture without really even looking at it. And like you see situations, you already know how you want to shoot it, right? So having a digital camera, I was like, I just shoot, not really think about it. The pros to having a digital camera, being able to shoot as many photos as you want, being able to look them over right away, not really having to care that much about your composition, lighting, and stuff like that. Because if you got it wrong, you can't fix it. There's room for error. You don't necessarily need to be like that stressed out over taking digital photos, depending on what you take pictures of. I wasn't that stressed out. When I went out and took photos, I was like, like I was taking photos, right? I love taking photos. It's a passion of mine. I want to do it for the rest of my life. And this was causing me to like, I'm not gonna say like the camera itself, like digital was causing me, but like, just like, I wanted to be like kind of challenged, and like I wanted to have something, I want to do something that I never did before. So like when I started shooting film, it felt new, right? It felt like I just started photography all over again, because I didn't know how to load film. I didn't know how to like work these, like I didn't know how anything, like I didn't know what I needed to expose. Like it was very different, and I fucked with that. I loved that. I was like, this is what like I felt like when I first started shooting 7 years ago. So when I started shooting with the Mamiya, I was still like kind of scared. Like I wasn't like, I can't shoot with this because like I don't trust it. I'm not very, like I'm not that deep into film yet where like I can trust it in situations that like I can trust my digital camera. And like I know my digital camera is always going to shoot, and if something fucks up, I can fix it right away, right? If I fuck up the film, I don't even know I fucked it up until I got it back from the lab, because I wasn't developing my own photos at the time. So like I wouldn't even know if I fucked something up until I got it back, and it'd be like, damn, that composition was all the way the fuck off. But that fucking inspired me like crazy. Like I wanted to get good at it. I wanted to be better at it. I wanted to be challenged. Not only that, the film photos, I'm not going to say film is better than digital, because I don't believe either is better than the other, but the difference between the film and digital photos was so like, it was crazy to me. Like the highlights, still having highlight information even after overexposing it. And even if you overexpose and you lowered the highlights, was still very good quality. The pictures just looked more and felt more real. Like they felt like the atmosphere of the photos felt like what a photo should feel like in a way. Not to say that digital photos didn't feel that way, but like I felt like my film photos felt very in the moment, and they felt just super timeless, and I fucked with that. And for me, that's just like pushed me to do photography way more, because like I was falling in a slump where like photography wasn't like I was very like just kind of disappointed with my work, like felt like it wasn't progressing. I felt like I was like standing still. I was in a rut. I kind of didn't want to do it anymore because like I was really down on myself, because as you know, we are all our biggest critics. Like I'm my biggest critic. Like if I see something, I'll be like, that shit sucks. I suck. You know what I'm saying? So I was in a really bad rut. I was also going through a lot. So like photography, I was like, bro, whatever. But when I started shooting film, it got me out of that, and it made me and pushed me to be better and like do better. I always never believed that like when people say like, oh, you need to slow down and really compose your shot. I still don't necessarily believe you need to slow down, because I still shoot the same exact way. The only reason it's slower is because like the camera's slow, not because of me. Like I still shoot, it's still kind of a quick process, especially for film. It is true to a point where like you need to slow down. Like you only have 10 shots with this medium format camera. You don't see the shots until you get home and develop them. So like you do need to a point need to make sure that you're not fucking up too bad. So that really forced me, I think, to see like more things and like just become a better photographer overall. And I'd be full of cap if I said I didn't like the way these film photos look more than I like the way my digital photos look. I think the film photos look really, really good, like a lot better than my digital photos. My digital photos are still, like some of them are still hard, don't get me wrong, nah, you know what I'm saying? But the film photos, bro, it's like something you can't emulate. Like I've tried to edit, or tried to get my digital photos to kind of match my film photos. Like I tried to do it one day and it was very hard. I was like, they're like, it just can't be done. Like film is so natural and it does it naturally. And I feel like people, like you feel a little bit more connected to the film photos. Like when I see my film photos, I feel a little bit more connected to them, for the fact that like the process of taking a film photo, loading up the film, doing everything in like when I'm shooting, like thinking about everything when I'm shooting, and coming home and developing them and like seeing them hang from right here, waiting for them to dry, then scanning them myself. Like it's very fulfilling, and like it makes me more connected to my photography and the photos that I take. Now, do I think I'm going to stop shooting with my digital camera? I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure there's going to be times where like I said earlier, I need to shoot with my digital camera, and I will. Do I think that like every situation, like the film photo is going to look better than the digital photo? No, I don't at all. But I do want to start just like using, and I have been using for the past like several months, only using my film camera. And I feel bad for the digital camera, bro, because it gets no love in here. Like I kind of just want to like, if I could give it away to somebody who would use it more than I would, I think I would, because like I don't use it as much as I should, and it kind of just like sits there. And I feel bad for it. Like I look at it in the bin, I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Like this job just isn't for you, and I just feel bad because I feel like I abandoned it, because this is all I had when I was down on my motherfucking back, and that shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm a terrible person, bro. But at the same time, like, I feel like the camera's happy for me, because it's like, you really found your way, bro. You did what you had to do. You moved on. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what photography is all about. You do what you got to do with one thing. You move on to bigger and better things. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you at a job and you get like a better job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your job's not necessarily that mad at you. It's like you need to move on. You need to progress. You need to do what you got to do. Go ahead. I want to see you prosper. Go do what you got to do. And that's what I'm doing with the film. So I say all that to say that I am a film photographer now. I will take the title, film photographer. I tried my hardest to avoid it, deny it, all this shit, but it's just, you can't fight your destiny, bro. This is what I was supposed to do. You feel me? Hopefully nobody was like, what are you talking about? Because I kind of just like started talking, and everything that came to my head, I just start saying. But hopefully you understand and get the point that I'm trying to make in a way. If you were a digital photographer at first and you shoot film now, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you are a digital photographer and don't necessarily shoot film or haven't shot film yet, try it out. At first, you're not gonna like it, because at first when I first started shooting film, this shit is stupid. What's the point? I don't understand. The more I did it, the more I understood. The more it just like, I couldn't get away from it, bro. Like I can't, like, it's just different. Just different. I love it. Love this camera. Love film. Love film photography. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it except I love it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys got something out of it. I think everybody should go ahead and go try taking some film photos, bro, because I think you'll be very surprised and amazed at what you can do. If you are not subscribed to my channel, it would be a huge favor if you go ahead and press that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, please ring that bell so you get notified every single time I drop a video, because YouTube will be on that BS. We all know it, bro. I hope you guys are having a magnificent day. Happy Sunday to everybody. Go ahead and go outside, go do some shit. Be safe out there. You know the vibes. Let's get it.